Rajan 20 to 1 from 25 to 1. Let's have a look at Century City's progress towards the stalls. They're just going to turn him so that he doesn't know where they are. It's amazing to me how well this ploy works. Just one turn and it seems to make all the difference. Century City is in. Bruce Raymond hasn't thrown the blindfold off yet. Now he has. Busaco's in, over to Peter O'Sullivan.
Thank you, John. Yes, that's it. They're all in under starters orders and they're away. Dreaming Away just a little bit slow from the stalls, and Queen's Home and Leicester settle down in the lead from Busaco and Kenning Hall and Swedish Sugar and Century City. And Ballet Dancer. Dreaming Away the back marker. Rajan is next to last and then first phase, and Queen's Home the leader from Kenning Hall on the inside of Busaco, with between horses Ballet Dancer, Swedish Sugar on the outside. Then comes Miramar Reef. Behind him, Century City, first phase, Rajan and Dreaming Away. And as they race to the top of the hill, it's Queen's Home with about a 2-length advantage now over Kenning Hall on the inside. On the inside rail, Swedish Sugar is right up with them and Busaco. Then in 5th place comes Ballet Dancer, 6 Miramar Reef, 7 is Century City, 8, 9 and 10 a first phase. Rajan and Dreaming Away. Dreaming Away making a bit of progress now, and Queen's Home in the lead from Busaco and Swedish Sugar, and Kenning Hall on the inside, and Ballet Dancer next, and then comes Miramar Reef as they run downhill. Queen's Home from Swedish Sugar and Kenning Hall and Busaco. Dreaming Away making very good progress towards the outside, the right of the picture as we see them lying 6 in the sheepskin noseband there towards the right. Queen's Home, though, in the lead from Swedish Sugar. Between horses, Kenning Hall. Then Dreaming Away coming there very smoothly towards the outside. Busaco being tracked by Ballet Dancer. Miramar Reef not far behind the leaders, and Kenning Hall and Bryn Crossley have taken it up now. And it's Kenning Hall being pressed by Busaco. Dreaming Away on the outside with Ballet Dancer under pressure. And it's Busaco now, Willie Carson from Kenning Hall and Queen's Home and Dreaming Away, and Ballet Dancer, Greville Starkey getting a run out of him now, but it's Busaco with the advantage from Dreaming Away. Ballet Dancer coming back to them now, Queen's Home over on the far side. Ballet Dancer, Greville Starkey now coming to challenge Willie Carson. Century City coming there with a great run on the near side. Busaco has a fractional advantage, they race towards the line, and at the line, it's a photo between Busaco and Ballet Dancer. Busaco's one for me from Ballet Dancer. Dreaming Away and Century City came next, followed by Miramar Reef and first phase and Queen's Home and Rajan, and then Kenning Hall and finally Swedish Sugar. It's a photo finish, but for me, Busaco has held Ballet Dancer in a photo to the Extel Stakes, and if you hear the numbers called at the same time as I do, number 5 is Busaco, owned by Mr. Bob McCreary and Mrs. Dick Hearn, and ridden by Willie Carson, and number 8 is Ballet Dancer, owned by Mr. John Pierce, trained by Michael Stout and written by Greville Starkey. Looks as though Willie Carson, having initiated a double in the previous race on Capstan, has just completed it in this Extel to win this important Goodwood Handicap for the 3rd time in his career. There he is on Busaco. Let's see what you think as we review the closing stages with Julian Wilson.
Well, nothing succeeds like the success, and now Willie and Dick Hearn have broken the ice. Everything's going to go right. Queen's Home still in front at this stage from Kenning Hall. Leicester hadn't set too strong a gallop, but he really quickened it up about half a mile from home. But here comes Willie, getting first run, and Greville, who's always basically let Ballet Dancer see a fair bit of daylight, just... the horse seemed to go to sleep about 3 furlongs out, but now Greville's really picked him up. He's got Dreaming Away on his outside. He's got a good gap to go through, and having just perhaps thought about going through that gap, and remember he's not wearing blinkers today, having worn them for the last 2, Greville eventually really gets hold of him, picks him up, and gets a run out of him, which for a moment looked as though it might succeed. Queen's Home just faltering now on the far rails. Willie Carson going flat to the boards and going for home, and now Greville going flat after him. Dreaming Away is there on the outside. Century City's coming late and fast, but Busaco still has a half-length advantage, and although Ballet Dancer's really striding out now and quickening well and certainly seemed to get the trip today, Willie, having got his first run and gone for home, just seems to be holding on to his advantage to the line to win a fine race from Ballet Dancer 2nd, Century City 3rd, and Dreaming Away 4th.
We still await the official outcome, but I don't think any doubt that we'll be hearing the number 5 called very shortly. second triumph of the meeting for Bob McCreary. He's the winner, Busaco. Second is it, number 8, Bali Dancer. And third, number 4, Century City. Fourth, number 12, Dreaming Away. So number 87 of the season for Willie Carson. Number 21 for Dick Hearn. A third success for Dick in the Extel. He won it in 73 with Cupid and 79 with Lindoro. And so for the second time this afternoon, Dick Hearn patting one of the West Ilsley winners. Busaco by Bastino out of Deed, whose joint owner Bob McCreary was successful, of course, with Electric in the Gordon Stakes. The 7-to-1 winner. The official distance is a neck and 1.5 lengths. Just for a couple of strides, that individual bet of £50,000 to £10,000, Bali Dancer, just inside the furlong pole, looked as though it might materialize. But this lad, by Bastino, himself a real courageous battler, he just wouldn't give in, fought on to give his joint owners a great triumph here. It's Bob McCreary with his back to us here, renowned